To be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night. See the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stop. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Texans.
Off the play fake, Cousins. A looking deep here for Flowers. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Zay Flowers with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Carr on the bootleg. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Isaac Yianum in there to pick it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
Throwing, Cousins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Man open is Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Achane is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
One more time with Achane. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0? Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taking it about the 16. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Achane here. They stay on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Cousins. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
1st down, Texans.
Achane on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play action now. Cousins. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
They'll run. Achane. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devon Achane making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Xavier Woods with a pick. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. This is caught by Robinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Lucky 48. Zebra. Gun.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go. Achane. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devon Achane. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point try good by Gano. And it is 28-0.
Ravens 0. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the 1st half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the 2nd half. They fake the handoff. Now Carr steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Ravens 0.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the 2nd half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Cousins. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey, steamer.
To throw is Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Allen Robinson. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans open the lead up to 34-0. Gano the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Ravens nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Express. 6-18. Raider 9. 1, Raider 1. That's up.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here comes third and about a foot.
Third and less than a yard.
Now Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
White Monday. You're mine.
To throw his car. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now Hill to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Achane. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins eluding the pressure right. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Texans 42, Ravens nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
93.
On play action, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Hey, flipper!
Now Cousins. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. And they take...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Zay Flowers making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Following the interception, Cousins looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Allen Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Gano now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 56, Ravens nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. the draw. Here's Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A gain of a yard on the play.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And down to the 36-yard line here. 44 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Achane. And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Texans.
Two. Hey, Ken! Leave it. Bring up 48.
Cousins here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's enough.
Deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they find it out. Now we taking straight losses, like what you crying about? Gotta put blood, sweat, and tears in, that's what I'm dying about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boys can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who's gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. In the state, gon' run them down.
Yeah, back in my bag again. I started rapping and jump out of oh yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time I was on my grind trying to change where my mama lived. But that was for us, this ain't for me. I ain't never had ill intent. I do what it take to win. I came first place again. I'm coming too hard, no they won't see me fall. I ain't never gonna let them win. I've been on my grind, but man I don't skate. I'm putting up race, I ain't doing no days, no they couldn't relate. Can't even touch for my heart in the safe. I'm trying to get out the hood to the lake. I'm with the crib with the leg in the back. QB sneaky, getting attacked. Go through the hole like cat in the hat. This a Hellcat, this ain't no scat. Doing a dash, you know what I mean? Doing my big one, letting them see it. And I'm gonna put on for my whole team.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Yeah. Now they watching me on prime time.
No question. Look. No question, they wanna see a demise. Eastside just too fast, yeah, I kill him in stride. I love all my haters, they concealing their pride. Went from humble beginners to numerous winners. I took a few losses, you know I hit still got chicken to fry. Know some people out here picking a side. Know I'm out here picking a lot. Watching the fakes, watching the stakes, slither, striking the time. TDE, it's the family, we them dominant dogs. Top tiering, when them comments involved, we out for it all. Rock solid, he ain't dropping the ball. Prime time, who want it with us? Us. Got clarity, longevity, like bus and bus. Got too far and it's the starving, this and that's a no-no. If I'm hungry, then I'm hunting, always on the go-go.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time.
I went out and got everything on my own. Please don't try to give me no advice. What was your 2 cents and we was down bad broke and my mama couldn't keep on the light. No cat or no dog, we sleeping with mice. Beans and weenies, we ate it with rice. I swore to my mama that I was gonna change our life. I was grinding every night. Spot a ring that I'm just trying to get it. Championship, I'm trying to win it. All these racks, I gotta spin it. All my whips be limo. You ain't with my squad and mind your business. Everything we start, we finish. Watch I work the hardest with it. Tongue out like I'm Jordan. Time to change my name. Dog days went through pain. Them hard days I wouldn't change. It's the reason I'm still in the game. It's the reason I'm stacking this change. It's the reason I'm chasing this rain. It's the reason I'm still in my lane. It's the reason I'm never gonna change my heart in the game. Oh. grinding on the truth. Whole club selling out, a hitter doing still.